Hey guys, before we start the video, I just want to take a moment and tell you that today it's my birthday, and I thought I would make this day special by making a movie review on a film I recently saw before my Christmas break from school. Star Wars The Last Jedi is now in theaters everywhere. Be aware that there will be spoilers for those of you who have not seen this film yet. Anyway, let's get to it. I was totally blown away by this movie because I did not expect Episode 8 to be as superb as Rogue One. Everyone thought that The Force Awakens was a rehash of A New Hope ever since it came out a few years ago, heavily criticizing it, and they thought The Last Jedi would follow the same path, copying elements from The Empire Strikes Back and receiving backlash and criticism for it. However, I disagree with that. The Last Jedi is like an independent source of material of its own, showing only a few similar elements from Episode 5, like the Battle of Hoth, Jedi training on another planet, a deceased person showing up as a ghost/spirit, etc. Now, on to the characters. I felt like the Porgs were really cute and actually represent their purpose in the film. Also, with Rey and Kylo Ren being able to communicate through the Force through visions, I felt like this was a whole new concept for Star Wars fans to grasp. Another thing about it was that Rey tried to sympathize with Ren, which makes sense as to why they were communicating through the Force. And about Supreme Leader Snoke. His death on the supremacy above Crate just totally caught me off guard. I thought he wasn't going to die and that he was very important to the story, but I was wrong. I know we deserve the answers to the questions about Snoke, but because of what happened to him, he doesn't feel important anymore. In addition to Rey and Kylo Ren, Ren just totally dropped that bomb that Rey's parents are nobody, and I disagree with that answer because Rey did have parents, but we never got to see them. And the fight scene in the throne room after Snoke's death? I mean, wow! It was like the most epic scene I have ever seen in my life since the final duel in Revenge of the Sith. I also loved the moment when Ren killed the last Praetorian guard when he caught Anakin's lightsaber and ignited it into the guard's face. This scene has to have been my most favorite since the duel in Episode 3 and the ending of Rogue One. And then there's the Battle of Crate. Oh God, the Battle of Crate! I mean, I have seen the small clips of the fight in the trailers for this movie, but I did not expect the actual fight to be as awesome as the Battle of Yavin from A New Hope. Sure, it has the similar elements from the Battle of Hoth in Episode 5, but with the ski speeders and the ATM-6s, it just blew my mind. However, I was not happy with the end of Luke Skywalker. The way he died and became one with the Force just almost brought me to tears after seeing the twin sons of Tatooine and hearing the theme of the Force. Another character I'm very pleased about is Rose Tico. I felt like she was a great addition to the film, along with her sister, Paige. However, I was not satisfied with Paige's death during the evacuation of the Resistance base on Dakar. I felt like Paige had gotten so little screen time and that she should not have died in sacrifice. It was just heartbreaking to see one of the Tico sisters die. Another thing I absolutely disliked about Episode 8 is Captain Phasma. Just like Paige, Phasma kind of got so little screen time, and we were sure to be seeing Phasma more throughout the movie and to be a little bit better. But just like Episode 7, she turned into a douche again. Yet another thing I disliked about the movie was the continuation of Leia's life after the Raddus was almost destroyed during the Battle of Dakar. Her usage of the Force in the vacuum of space? What? Well, she did have the Force in her because Luke did tell her about it in Return of the Jedi. And let's not forget Admiral Akbar. He was a very awesome admiral for the Rebel Alliance and the Resistance, and I'm disappointed that he is now deceased from Star Wars. And then there was the sacrifice of Admiral Holdo. It was just so phenomenal that I actually almost cried when she made that jump to hyperspace aboard the Raddus, destroying the supremacy above Crate. I do have maybe one or more questions about some aspects of the film. Why did Anakin's lightsaber break when Rey and Kylo Ren were trying to use the Force to grab a hold of it? What was Yoda doing with Luke on Ahch-To, as he appeared in his Force Ghost? Why did he use Force lightning on that ancient tree? Where did Snoke come from? If you would like to, please leave your plausible answers to my questions in the comments. Oh yeah, Yoda appearing to Luke in his Force Ghost. That part was just amazing in my book. especially after hearing the motif of his theme in that scene. It still blows me away why he was there, and the way he looked was just phenomenal. It looked like he was mixed with his puppet in CGI. Another phenomenal thing I personally loved about this film was the opening crawl. It almost brought tears to my eyes seeing the scrolling text and hearing the Star Wars main theme again. A funny part I want to point out is the scene on Octo where Chewbacca kicks it by a campfire under the Millennium Falcon, about to enjoy a cooked pork for his dinner, and the other pork seeing that Chewie was about to eat one of their kind, and Chewie scaring them away. I found that part to be like the funniest one in the film. And don't forget that sad little pork that had that sort of puppy dog face when Chewie was about to enjoy his feast of cooked pork. However, I was not on board with the whole finding a codebreaker concept of the film. I felt like it was pointless because even though Finn and Rose were assigned to find one on Canto Bight, they would still be able to infiltrate the Supremacy. By the way, I felt like Canto Bight was a great addition to Star Wars, along with its planet, Cantonica. Another part I found quite interesting, BB-8 commandeering an AT-ST while Finn and Rose fight Phasma on the Supremacy. Also, I found the part of DJ selling out Finn and Rose just for his own freedom out of place. Why would DJ do that? Oh yeah, about DJ. I felt like he was a good character. Nothing really special about him, but a good addition to the character roster. Anyways, that's my review on Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future content on all things Star Wars or other content in the future. Follow me on Twitter and or Google Plus if you wish to stay up to date on what's going on with me or other things. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.